In our quest to find yet another Kiwi, we heard of a guy called Punga. Punga apparently understands everything to do with midgets, so we went looking for Punga. Glenn Martin, wherever we have been around talking to people about midget racing and speedway, they also go see Punga. Punga knows the business. First of all, why Punga?
It's a nickname created from New Zealand by a guy I used to compete with, and a top midget driver, Grant Wilkes, and it's sort of stuck with me ever since. It's just a nickname he gave me.
Punga, where did your racing heritage start off in New Zealand?
Kiki, just out of Te Aomuru, and that's where I contracted and started racing, and then to Western Springs, Bay Park, Stratford, Palmerston, all over the country.
Nine Racing is a very professional organisation. It's quite an industry of sprint car, midget car and speedway racing here.
Definitely because of the local tracks, and a lot of the dirt guys started here and a lot of pavement, but Indiana is the place to be.
We hunted high and low for a guy in NASCAR, a Kiwi in NASCAR, and when we finally found him it was Kevin Duncan, and now we find he's a very good friend of yours.
Yeah, sure. Kevin played rugby in the same club as I did, and his sister was a roommate of mine, so it's a small world.
So this is why they say ask Punga. Punga knows everything.
Yeah, I don't know.
The industry of midget racing and sprint car racing up here is almost an arrive and drive, but it's completely different from pavement to dirt racing, isn't it? Speedway racing generally.
Pavement, it draws a big crowd because a lot of karting people come into pavement, so that's where they get their skills from, and then they move to the IRL, or a lot have moved to NASCAR like Tony Stewart, Casey Kane, Jason Leffler. But USAC has been a good foundation for those guys to start, and they've taken them to the top.
Any New Zealander that's good at karting can actually come up here and race in midget racing. What advice would you give him?
Definitely if they're karting in New Zealand, it gives them a good opportunity and a good ground base to start here. We've now introduced the Focus series, and it's a good step from the people in karting to jump into a Focus, and then they can step up into the big midget. So it's a good training basis. I would say they'd come from karting, they come up, do some Focus racing, get comfortable and established in that, then go to the midgets, and definitely all the big races, there's always the big guys there looking at the midget drivers because it's good talent.
So Nine Racing now has changed its focus a little bit over the last couple of years. Where's it actually heading?
At the moment, the way we're heading is the company is doing development drivers. It's more of a rental drive, but it gives an opportunity of a family to come along instead of outlaying a lot of money to buy race cars, race haulers, workshops. We can, for a fee, put them in and do a season's racing, and a lot of people would rather go that way than have the initial outlay of a lot of money. We get the cars ready, we have a pavement teacher and dirt, Rusty and Dave Stihl, so they get the expertise. They just turn up with their bag and helmet, and we take them through the race.
And where is Glenn Martin heading? Where is Punga heading? Is he staying in Indianapolis, staying in the USA, or is he heading back home sometime?
Pretty much staying here at present. We've say Steve's launched this new direction, and we really want to make that work. And so at present, we're staying here. Midget racing strong, so we're going to stay here.
There seem to be an awful lot of Kiwis around midget racing here, building the cars, running teams like you are. Is there some sort of collective, a mafia of Kiwis?
It is. I'd hate to get us all in one place at once. It'd be out of control. But yeah, it is. Like we said, we went to Bloomington last night, and I ran into Kiwi friends there who's actually racing, and they crew for Scott Dixon, Blair and Anton Julian.
You obviously enjoy the life here because you've got midget racing all around you, and you go in the evenings as well.
Yeah, I do, but it's also the people. That's like most sports. It's the people, being around the right sort of people, and midget racing and sprint car racing are good people, down-to-earth people. So we leave Punga and the team of Nine Racing to get on with their season.